What's going on, everybody? It's that one guy here. Had a nice conversation with a man that lives in our apartment complex. He is from India. But this man, he's probably, I'm guessing, probably in his early 80s, maybe late 70s. Always friendly, says hello all the time. But just found out that he used to ride a Royal Enfield and he used to ride a Triumph. And then he was talking about another bike that they make in India that they don't make here that he used to ride. So I think I've spoken about this before, about how the motorcycle community is a tight-knit community, and it's conversations like that make my day. They really do. I mean, I've talked to him before and he's a nice man, but just he's like 5 feet tall. I can't imagine him on a big bike, but just such a nice person and great conversation. But that brings me to something that actually was a concern of mine when I first started test riding bikes again. I sold my bike earlier this year, my 883 iron with the quarter-mile paint. I didn't want to get my new bike. I didn't want to get my dream bike. And again, these bikes are probably going to be closer to 20 grand than 10 grand. But I wasn't going to buy that bike and then store it in my apartment complex, especially in the complex. And I've brought this up a couple times, and one day I will tell the story of my 883R getting hit in its parking space there. But I mean, once that happens, it's gonna leave a scar, and I'm just always hesitant to park my bike in our carport. It's a covered space, you know, it's really nicely sheltered from especially the rain and the elements, but it is open to other people. And my bike was hit, and I'm not gonna park a 20 grand ish bike like that, open, susceptible. I store this bike in front of our car when it's parked, and as deep into the space as possible, so that, you know, if someone's gonna hit it, it's gonna be intentional. Brings me to the discussion: have you had a bike at a complex, and how do you feel about that? Now, this is my 4th bike, and all of these bikes have been owned while we've been at our complex. My first bike was an old bike, 1985 or 86 Yamaha Radiant, and that thing needed to be charged all the time, so half the time it was sitting at my parents' house. So, you know, that was a pain. Had that bike stored in the carport half the time. My 883R, which was the next bike that I had, was the one that was tragically mangled. And my 883 iron with the quarter-mile paint. So, if you live in an apartment complex and you have a motorcycle, what do you do with your bike? Is it protected? Do you put a cover on it? I don't know. It's a question that only I know what I do with my bike. And I live in an apartment complex. Everyone else I know that rides has houses with garages. So leave it down in the comments what you do with your bike if you live in a complex, or you don't have to live in a complex now, but maybe you did in the past. What did you do with your bike then? Or how about any interesting stories that you had with bike storage? I would love to know. Inquiring minds would like to know what the dealio. So that's my story. What's your story? If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up. If you could give it 2 thumbs up, that'd be awesome. But just give it 1 thumbs up, and then if you're so inclined, hit the subscribe button. That'd make me happy. Make that one guy happy. So until next time, y'all, I'm out.